Okay, so we were stuck between a few different decks. We had a meme, we had Necro, we had Hammer. Um, and here's where we're at the moment. Right now, we've got the Cauldron. I believe this is the same list we ran last week. Time isn't real. It's just a construct to keep you down by the man. But yeah, pretty stock. A couple givers. Esper Sentinel, real good against like the Temur Frog deck right now. Obviously, Bowmasters, but I think that's fine. We have Spell Pierces. One Steel Shaper's Gift is a treat. We have a Pithing Needle for the ring mostly. And then we have, our Shadow Spear, Boots, Hammer Plan. And then in the sideboard, we have the full 4 Consign to Memory, because that card is very good against a lot of decks, especially like the Eldrazi deck, the ones with colorless spells in them. We have Vexing Bauble for things like Amulet Titan, Living End if we run into that, as well as I think it's pretty good against the Glorious Dungeons deck because it stops Solitude from being cast, Subtlety if they're doing that, Force of Negation, as well as the Rebounded Ephemerates, that kind of stuff. Surge of Salvation, just generically good protection spell. You could run Blacksmith Skill, maybe, but I think we're just like kind of dogs to Jeskai anyway, so I'm just going to say that's a wash. Sanctifier, good against decks like Necro, it's fine there, but it's good against like Reanimator Shells, Storm, because you shut off their yard entirely effectively. That's what I really like. And then Sun Cleanser against decks that had energy cards in them. And that's that's kind of what we're looking at. But yeah, so this is where I'm at. I have I believe 9 fetch lands. Yep, 9. And then we have 4 basic plains, 2 hallowed fountains. So we have 11 blue sources right in the mana base for these spell pierces. I'm playing Kaldra over Coat because I don't think Coat does enough in enough matchups. So I'm happy to just have the Kaldra as a high, like a high impact play. Obviously higher risk, but I think that's fine. We could also play a Cookie Monster if we wanted, but I think this is what we're going to run today. And so with that said, let's go ahead and jump in. Make sure we have the right deck selected. 2 Pierce. Yep. Looks right to me. All right. What's up, Hype? Yeah, we are playing some Hammer today. The people spoke. Hopefully we just like 5-0 and then giggle, and then but otherwise I am down to switch it over depending on when it happens to maybe some Necro, maybe some Vintage Cube. Last Vintage Cube League we did went really well. Couldn't have asked for much more. But yeah, here's where we're at. Yeah, I mean, I think Hammer's still fine. Obviously, it had not a great Nadu matchup because it was a deck in Modern. What's up? Thanks, Claymore. But I think the deck's still fine. I think your energy matchup's quite good. Your non-Jeskai Wrath of the Skies ring deck energy matchup anyway. I think your Necro matchup is fine. I think you are favored against Frog and like Domain Zoo, that kind of stuff. So like I think it's a reasonable pick. Obviously, the rings everywhere are kind of a concern, but whatever, you could just kill him. With any luck, we won't have the same luck we had last time we ran it, where it was just mono Wrath of the Skies and ring decks. Yeah, so we are on the draw. Don't like that part, but playing against Coup. Alright. Well, we have an Aid, so we have 2 Equippers. We have an Yawgmoth. We have a Saga as a Hammer. I'm keeping this hand. It's like a turn 4 kill. I am curious what our opponent is playing. Basic Forest, don't like that. Delighted Halfling, so probably Yawg. That's not great. Okay, so here, I think we just go like Plains Aid. Could also lead with Saga. If we lead with Saga, nah, we still just need to just get the Plains down. It's fine. I'm not super worried about having access to Spell Pierce against Yawg. Obviously, this could be something else, but you know, Forest Delighted Halfling is, I would guess Yawg in the blind. If Yawg does start to tick up more, I will look to add some powerful effect like Curse Totem to the sideboard as well. Okay. Obviously, if we had the hammer here, we would do the Yawgmoth Nexus, but since we don't, we won't. Okay. Yep. So they crack the Catacombs, get a Swamp, and what are we doing now? Looks like they just have the Yawg rolled up, which makes sense because they didn't do anything on 2. Okay. Interesting. Would have loved to draw that a turn ago. Yeah, so here I think we're just making a construct. We are very likely toast. We had, Halfling into turn 3 Yawg, and we didn't have the fastest hand. If I knew this was Yawg, I might have thrown it back because you're kind of looking for something really fast, especially game 1. It's also unfortunate that we don't have Surge of Salvation game 1. Alright, yep, Dryad. And I will go ahead and make a construct here. Okay. Post-combat. Sure. Ooh. I don't think Devoted Druid is common, but I could be wrong. Yes, they have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can chord for 2. Okay. So if they're letting this happen, the other thing to keep in mind is we can grab a Needle for Yawg. So I think I'm going to just do that and hope we rip a... Okay. And hope we rip a hammer in the next couple turns, because I don't think we can win otherwise. So they're courting for 2 for a Bowmaster, probably to tag the construct. Okay, so hopefully they just do this a couple times. Okay, yep. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to grab a Pithing Needle, name Yawgmoth, and we're almost certainly dying here anyway. Right, Physician, alright. And then just go get a Plains, play the Springleaf Drum. Yeah, exactly, Darth. It's like, what year are we doing? How does Necro feel against Storm? I think Necro is, you can, like, I think just base Storm is probably favored because it's faster. That being said, like, Necro has a super high ceiling, and you can certainly win through a lot of different hate pieces. And so I don't mind the matchup, especially if you have like multiple damping spheres, things like that. So that's where I'm on the matchup. Playing Storm versus Necro today, and I was like, yeah, that seems pretty good. Sure, Bogger. Yeah, so they're just on the beatdown plan. If we can find a hammer, we're in great shape. I think even a Stoneforge does it. So we have like 9 outs. It's not one of them. It's not one of them. So probably play Paladin here. Let's see, they're attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty spooky. I think it's Forgenew, since in basically no world are we can't beat anything really, so I think it's just the Paladin here. And we're just going to use the Paladin as a blocker. On what we're blocking, I haven't decided yet. But if they attack with the Boggart, that is probably what we're going to block. I mean, I'll block the Patra. I also don't know about Force of Despair against Storm specifically. If you got nothing else, then that's fine. But I think something like Damping Sphere or Dothies or anything like that are a little more powerful options. Because I'm not super worried about the Goblin plan out of that deck from the Necro side anyway. Okay. When she deals damage, she puts a -1 counter on something. So we can't block here. I mean, we can if we put an Yawgmoth. But if we do that, so we'll have 5 mana. So I need to figure out if we're blocking. No, you're good, Kyle. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if we're supposed to animate Yawgmoth, because I want to keep the line of Stoneforge as an out as well. Obviously, we're not beating a Bowmaster, that's fine. So we're going to pretend like they don't have Bowmaster. So if we... Obviously, with this, we can go Stoneforge, grab Hammer, animate, attack, play Hammer. So we can do it even if we lose this land. Okay, because of the drum. All right. Yeah, move 2 blocks. So on a creature. Okay, so I think we block here, trade. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and put a counter on the Paladin. I think I prefer this, honestly. Yeah, 1, 2. I don't really like them getting a snake, but I don't think the snake matters at all. So, yep, this is the block. So, are we talking about the Deceitful? Are we talking about the like the quote unquote like energy hammer list with like Ocelots and Guide of Souls? Carrion Feeder, what's happening? Okay. Alright, we're done. Couldn't find a hammer in the top, like, 15, 16 cards. So, I guess my question is, if we are playing those cards, why are we not just playing Boros? I don't think they synergize. Basically, everything people want against Hammer, they kind of want against the energy deck anyway. And so, it's less a question of, like, oh, is the deck good, and more of a question of why are we not just playing the Boros deck? And I think you probably should just do that. That's kind of where I'm at. So, sorry, I was like, ooh, Sun Cleansers for energy. No, we're playing against Yawg. Don't want the Soul Guide. We want the extra needle for sure. None of the other cards are very exciting. Sentinel, very bad in this matchup. And actually, I think Sentinel better than Spell Pierce? It probably is slightly better than Spell Pierce. Spell Piercing Cord is really good. Sure, we'll do that. Alright, yeah, I don't think I want the cleansers. Yeah, we're not really teched for the Yawg matchup right now, but that's okay. They also could have Cauldron, could have Force of Vigor, obviously. Kyle, where do we think this deck is positioned? I think it's actually good against a lot of the really popular decks. Obviously not Amulet, but we know that. But I think you're good against the Boros and Mardu energy decks. I think you are favored against the Frog deck as well, and like the Domain Zoo deck that's been picking up. I think you're a lot softer to. Okay, so I mean this is an easy keep. The question is how we're going to sequence. You are a dog to Titan, but you do have the 4 Consigns, which does a lot of work. And then I have to look at the matchup. Jeskai is a very bad matchup. That's the other one that was like, nope. And in my area, unfortunately, there's just a glut of Jeskai players, so I'm less excited about it than I would have been otherwise. So we can't play the Paladin on 2 unless we draw another source. So I think I'm obviously keeping this, and then I think we just go Strand Drum here, and then do that, or Strand Aid, and then if they have Force of Vigor, we can protect, but with Surge of Salvation, yeah, and then we can drum the following turn as well. I think that's fine. Yeah, yeah, DVZ, I think so. Oh, this deck, I don't know Titan's matchup against the Through the Breach deck and the other Eldrazi shells, but this deck has felt like very favored against those as well. Yeah, so let's do this. Titan v Yawg is not the, or Hammer v Yawg is not the matchup I expected in round 1. It is very tempting to play out the drum, but I don't like. Basically, I don't like that we can't hold up Surge next turn if we run out the drum now, because we would need to tap out our white source. Obviously, we also want to hit a land, but okay. Okay, we have black mana now. Yeah, okay, that's what I would have guessed. That's what I would have guessed, Kyle. Because you're just like the faster big mana deck. That makes sense. Opponent, yeah, Needle's reasonable. Oh god, water's everywhere. Okay, so what do we got? Just a Thoughtseize on 1. I am like pretty happy about that. Not taking the Surge tells me they... Okay. So I'm happy with like any land right now. Any land. I'll also take a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, what do we got, friend? Druid, sure. This does combo with Hapatra, right? Because you put the neg1 counter, that's fun. Alright, what we got? Deal. I will snap that one off. Okay, so it is nice that we don't have to fetch as well. So here our plan is probably just make a construct. Could also just like Paladin plus Hammer right now, draw a card, and then I don't know. This is close. One concern I have about... So I wasn't going to make a construct on my turn, right? Because that just turns on their Force of Vigor. Oh, thank you, Darth. I appreciate it. What do I prefer playing right now, Necro or Goryo? What the hell? I think I would prefer playing Necro, but we have an Obelisk Spider incoming, otherwise known as a Reader. So when it deals combat damage to a player, put a neg1 counter... Or to a creature, put a neg1 counter on that creature. So pseudo Wither, and when you put one or more neg1 counters on a creature, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay, so sure. This is so weird. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay. Oh boy. Can we die here? I don't know. If we die here, good beats. If we die here, good beats. This is what I'm calling out. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah. And I am just going to get another white source here. Boop, boop, boop. Make a construct. Oh, God. Oh, that's the worst part about Urborg. I do, so for what it's worth, I even think the Yawg deck's like pretty good. I'm just very confused by all that. So here, okay, shit changed. I'm not going to make a construct. I am just going to get a Shadow Spear, float mana, put a hammer on this thing, and then put another hammer on this thing. I think that does enough, right? So let's do the math. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be a 5 base with plus 21. That'll get us to 26. Yeah, 26. 26 minus 4, 5. 26 minus 5 is 21. That is way more than 18. So we're just going to float mana. Black mana to send a message. Hey, Reeve. Bonking is okay. We're playing against all-stars like Obelisk Spider and Devoted Druid, but we're playing Hammer, so, you know, can't make sure... Yep, Shadow Spear. Put that there. Yeah, DBZ, I think what I'm doing right now is what the kids call cope, but I'm okay with that. And we're just going to use this mana now, because obviously we want to hold up the Surge for when they Force of Vigor, because people think that it's an artifacted enchantment-based deck. How could you ever defeat a Force of Vigor? Alright. Yeah, it's like, I don't need another construct. I've just got everything. Fatal Push. I mean, no. Do you also have green card plus Force of Vigor? If you do, okay, they don't. And now that resolved, so we're fine. Alright. Cool. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, Hammer's still a sick deck. Energy, very good. Makes sense to play that deck. I've been playing Necro at some of the RCQs and drawing very poorly, but you know, sometimes that just happens. You got to fight through that. Okay, so I don't really know what our opponent's doing, but I think all this is probably fine. I'm like more interested in Sanctifier after seeing weird stuff, but I think this is fine. Yeah. Congrats on the RCQ one, though. That's great. Okay. Yeah. This is a keep. We have an Equipper, a Stoneforge for a hammer, and another hammer. And if we draw like a Sigarda's Aid, this hand is busted. I've also been scared to use the 6 key because Moto has been like not happy. Okay. So here, I think we're just going like, I think I might fetch Shock because we could rip, but even then we're not even if we like rip Spell Pierce, I'm not holding it up anytime soon. So yeah, do this, this, and I will just throw this out as a nice little fun blocker. What do we got? Opponent. So yeah, next turn the plan is Stoneforge, probably for Kaldra. No, so Reeve, the Sentinels are not in the sideboard. They are boarded out against Yawgmoth. We're good. We're good. Don't worry. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. Good news is Giver is looking really, really good here. Yeah, let's go Stoneforge. Yeah, no. If you have Sentinels, you just play them in the main or not at all. And I think I will get the Kaldra anyway, because quite frankly, I'd rather they blow the Haywire Might on that, and then we have like Hammer plus Forge Anew up. Yeah, don't worry. Sentinel, still good. Of course, I say that as we get paired against Carrion Feeder, Young Wolf, Haywire Might, Yawg combo. And naturally Obelisk Spider, because that's science. Yep. Okay. So here we can... I mean... I think I'm just putting the Cauldron and whacking. Seems fine. Yes, DBZ, that is in fact a Carrion Feeder. Yeah, I think here we get this. Whatever. Our opponent might be on Blood Moons. And this does scream that we have that we have access to Surge, so that's kind of nice too. Whack. I'm just taking it. Love that for us. Question is, are we hammering? And I think the answer is no. Because next turn we can still hammer plus Forge, attack with the Thopter, 10 them. Okay, here's the cord. And we're probably toast. Mm-hmm. Does this gain life for them or just steal? Oh, they do, yeah. So, alright. I mean, I'll protect here. Why not? Pro black. Yeah, so are we dead? We might be. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. Kill the giver. Alright, alright. No? Alright, cool. Not being dead is pretty cool. Not popping the Haywire on the Kaldra feels like pretty greedy. What up, Cruz? Alright, yeah. Just tag the Cauldron now. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, that is an interesting one. We can... If we had any way to protect, we would be golden. But we don't. So... Yeah, like, I got paired into the one guy playing an Obelisk Spider Yawg. Some people are still playing Yawg, and I think the deck's totally fine. No, Necro's still very good. People voted they wanted to see some hammers, so that's what we're doing. Alright, cool. So, we'll just go get another Plains here. And now, I think we go... So if we, because we're playing to hopefully draw a surge. So if we do that, we can just go aid, attack with Thopter, put a hammer on it. They have to sacrifice both their creatures to kill it, which is pretty big game. And then if they kill the hammer, then we get to Forge Anew it back the following turn, which also pretty sick. So alright, yep. Thankfully their reach creature is tapped. Alright. Didn't come here not to do this. Let's go. What you got? Are they dismembering? Right now? I'll put it on the Stoneforge. This does happen in paper as well. You're like, cast hammer, and they kill your thing, and you go, okay. Hammer resolves. Trigger, put it on the Stoneforge. Appreciate everyone hanging out for a boomer stream. We bonking. Okay. This is silly. Yeah. Okay, cool. Interesting. Sure, okay. They get another draw out of this. Sure, okay. Weird, so maybe we should have attacked the Stoneforge Mystic, but bless their hearts. How brutal would another hammer have been there? What up, Seabass? How you doing? Okay. Maybe we will draw. We're dead to like most things, so. I mean, I would take if we draw Surge, we can go land, Surge. Alright, sure. So tap that for Surge. Now we're one short. All right. Yep. We are likely toast. Because I don't have, my normal Yawg hate cards. Oh boy. Okay, I'll take 2. Them only having 1 mana up is really nice, though. Means we got a shot. Yeah, I'm just going to trust that they can figure it out from there, because they can also just get a Haywire Might under the Cauldron, and then everything has Haywire Might ability, and we're dead. Yeah, like, so here's the configuration. Obviously, we are not teched for Yawg at all right now, which I think makes sense. I don't think you should tech for Yawg. I think you should just play for most of the meta. Yeah. Especially since, like, the matchup's not good to begin with. But you can make it very reasonable if they have... if they do get to be a big part of the meta share. Yeah, I would, yeah, but against Yawg, if Yawg got popular, I would just, like, play multiple curse totems and call it a day. Alright, let's see. We're on the play this time. Love that. Last time we were not on the play, and it was much worse for us. Does our opponent have... Okay, so Gigantha means... There are three main decks that Gigantha, right? Energy variants are the most common, followed by Storm and Domain Zoo. I'm pretty happy with this hand against all of those, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand, and I'm just going to run out the Esper Sentinel on one. Old Jaggy. It is funny that I don't play Elk decks. I feel like I'm just giving up EV here. And I'm fetching basics more aggressively, because... Especially if they're Boros, they could just have main deck Blood Moons, which I would much rather have spells. Alright. What you got for me, friend? Alright. It still could be Storm, but right now, I'm inclined to believe it's Boros. Okay, we get a card. So this is almost certainly Boros. I don't think Storm plays Lightning Bolt. Okay. So we'll play Saga this turn, Aid, Ornithopter, and then the following turn we'll play Yawgmoth Nexus. Yep, makes sense to me. Because that lets us use Yawgmoth Nexus. Like, if they don't address the Aid, it lets us just kill them with Yawgmoth Nexus. Yeah, Gigantha seems like, you know... Like, they are living a fulfilled life. They seem quite gruntled, very sated. And they're, you know, they're just vibing. Okay, that's a fun one. I'm not going to attack. Alright. Got an Arid Mesa fetch in. I assume we're getting a Surveil land here. Looks like Domain Zoo to me. I cannot guess right. I guess last match I was like, they're on Yawg, and they were on Yawg. So, I'll take it. Alright, are they... Yeah, okay. Domain Zoo it is. Scion. Okay, we can beat that. Boop, boop. Okay. And okay, so I am not. So they have Gigantha, so we know they don't have the pitch spells. Is it better to get a hammer here? Okay. I guess they were just toast. That's cool. They definitely weren't dead, but maybe they were. Are they stream sniping? Yeah. I would also say that Gigantha is probably mindful in Temur, but that's just me. So Surges seem great. Consign is interesting because it does tag both Scion on the way down as well as Leyline Binding, but we'll see if we have enough cards we want to cut. I think Sentinels, Ornithopters are kind of where we want to be. I think Spell Pierce is fine. I think Surge is probably better. Pithing Needle, I don't think we want that one. And Cauldron might be a little too slow. Kind of want to keep all those, so... they could be a Bowmaster deck, so I'm fine trimming like a Sentinel and just having the surges. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right. At least we know we're not getting getting Blood Moon, and we. Yeah, okay, so we just have like 5 protection spells post board. I don't mind that. I don't know why they would have conceded that fast. Oh, okay, so if we hit a colored source here, this hand is bananas. But if we don't hit a colored source, we lose. We have 21 more lands in the deck, 7 of which are colorless. So we have 14. We have 2 draw steps, basically. I'm going to throw it back. Alright, yeah, this is better. Probably just bottom the Mesa here. Yep. Yeah, and we'll just play out Giver on 1, Stoneforge on 2. This would be a reason to keep the Cauldron, but that's fine. Okay. They also just like have multiple answers to the Cauldron in Leyline Binding and probably some other weird stuff. Okay, okay. Let's see what they got for us. So we deploy the Giver and the Ornithopter. Now we have like reasonable defense against them. They can't Scion us, but they can play a Kavu. I think that's okay. Looks like a Tribal Flames +5 life. Let's go. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this. It was probably worth considering playing that land out, but I think I'm fine just getting the extra hammer off the Saga. So here, yeah, I'm just gonna get the hammer. Just gonna get a little hammer. No attacks, obviously. And opponent, what you got for me? Giver. All right. I love when my that's super healing salve, and it makes them discard a card and spend 2 mana. She's too powerful. All right. Opponent's on the back foot. You can tell because we have 4 toughness and 1 power in play across 2 bodies. What we got? The Shovel Brawler. I can defeat that. So they have Leyline Binding. Got it. Because they're probably concerned about Cauldron here. Okay. So I'm just going to make constructs here, because I don't want to play into their nonsense. But I'd rather not get this aid countered. I guess if we play Plains and they tag and they like Stubborn Denial the aid, then that's fine. But otherwise, we can just like play a second Stoneforge Mystic. Maybe we do this, yeah. I don't hate it, sure. Okay. Okay. So here I am inclined to just play another Stoneforge Mystic. To grab like another hammer. Let's see, so The benefit to waiting is we can just like flash in the hammer off the Stoneforge Mystic, and then that lets us deploy our Paladin because we'll have another like that third artifact in play. So, and if we're doing that, do we just get in for 10? Can they not have binding? White, if they have, they would need, yeah, they can't get Hollowed Fountain off this. It's alright, yeah, whatever. I'll just send it. You can have Stub pretty easily. Alright. You can have Stub or Bolt, and I think that's fine. Yep. Let's do Plains. Let's put a hammer in. Boop. Shocking. Yeah, so they had to shock to do this. This is fine. We get to keep deploying threats. Hey, what's up? Thanks for the follow. I have no idea how to say, but I'm gonna say like Prisabel. Sure. Okay, and pass the turn. So this turn, yeah, we can also just like make another construct, or make a construct rather, not another, since we just have the 0. Okay. Wild Nicodle. Yeah, these are, yeah, like, I think if you're going to play Zoo, you should be cutting, like, these cards for, like, the Ajanis and the Ocelot Prides and the Soul Guides. The Guide of Souls, whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, so here, let's see what we hit. An Ornithopter. Ooh, an Ornithopter's interesting. An Ornithopter means that we have Metalcraft, but I'm just going to make a construct. And I think we're getting a... I mean, we probably just get a hammer, put it on the Stoneforge Mystic. That seems fine. If we get Shadow Spear, that's not even threatening. Yeah, get a hammer. Put it on the Stoneforge Mystic. Sure. Do you have another bolt? Mm-hmm. Here's the Leyline Binding. Sure. Okay, that'll work. Cast this, pass the turn, and now we have the Paladin lined up. Yeah. They have 2 cards in hand. So here, I think it's pretty reasonable to block here. Because, because if we're getting rid of their only pressure, then we can just deploy Stoneforge Mystic, grab something else. We take 1. Just make sure we don't just like lose to a couple the Domain Fire Blast. Okay. Okay, so I think we do just go Stoneforge Mystic here. Stoneforge, grab Shadow Spear, but we still like need a land in that case. They have one card left in their hand. I don't mind just going Paladin here. This plays around Stub really well. What's up? Thanks, First Aiden. Appreciate the follow. Move that there. And if they have a removal... Okay, cool. If they had a removal spell there, then that means they don't have any cards in hand, so it means they'd have to like rip another Tribal Flames off the top to kill us. If I did the math right. Or a Lightning Bolt, but that's fine. Yo, what up, Cursed? Alright. 1-1. And that opponent was playing a normal-ish build rather than, I don't know, Obelisk Spider. Okay. I mean, yeah, we have Interaction, Stoneforge Mystic. Kind of wish we were on the play, but whatever. Well, I'm glad we have 4 consigned to memories. That's pretty cool. I don't even think we run the Sentinel out here. I think we just go Windswept Heath pass, and then if they like play another Amulet, we can pierce it. I don't know. It feels pretty bad. Don't like this. This matchup sucks. Okay, Shifting Wildland. Okay, yeah. We're toast. We're not actually toast yet. Yeah. Okay, so I will fetch for a Hallowed Fountain here. And I'm just gonna say I'm okay dying here if they find the thing. What are we getting here? I get a Cauldron. Lithopter. Pass the turn. If we draw an aid, then we're still probably dead. But I'll feel better about it. Yeah, they play the... Yep. Okay. Can they already loop with the Aftermath Analyst? Probably. Okay. I guess I'll see what they get and then concede. But, yeah, there's not a single draw in the deck that gets us there. Haste, yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, the good news is we have these, which are very good because they stop Amulet. Obviously, you can counter it on the way down. They stop Saga Chapter 3 triggers, so that can stop more Amulets. They also stop Titan ETBs, which can be backbreaking, especially if they had to Summoner's Pactive for it, and that's actually why we're bringing this in. Spell Pierce, terrible. We don't want that. Esper Sentinel, also pretty bad. I don't think Giver's even that good, but it's okay. I think I want the Gift since it's a little more speed. Needle is probably good enough because it names Aftermath Analyst now. I do want the Surges, so we probably cut the Givers. Yeah. Sure. Okay. And I do know that there is a Nombo between Ornithopter and Vexing Bauble, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. A little low on creature count, but I think that's okay. This doesn't have a quick kill or disruption, so easy mulligan. This is also not a very good hand. Okay, this hand has Saga, so we have threats, and we also have, we can just like bottom these two. We have an Equipper, interaction. Yeah, this hand's fine. Because I want the 3 lands, I want the Paladin, I want the Consign. So kind of leaves us with this. Keep. What did they? They kept 6 bullies out here, and I am just gonna show the Consign face up. Nope. 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 They had 2 amulets. Okay. And I'm going to say if they have Force of Vigor, then so be it. Which, no, maybe. Every time. I don't think we're winning if we don't deploy our hand. Thankfully, our opponent doesn't have anything going on either. Okay. I do think it's important to hold up the Consign because it lets us counter if they draw an amulet off the top. This just makes every artifact we draw much, much better, and we would need exactly a colored source to make holding off make sense. So, we'll risk it for a turn. Yes, okay. Alright, I'll attack for 2. These decks are good, I promise. What's up, Mezzanine? I am 1-1 right now. We lost to Yawgmoth featuring Obelisk Spider. I don't know. And we beat Domain Zoo. We're down 1 game. We're down the pre-board game against Amulet. I know. Truly shocking. And I'm just going to... Yeah, I meant to replicate, but it doesn't matter. Okay, attack for 2. Yeah, our opponent had the Force of Vigor plus their Dryad, and I think they only like run 1, if that, Dryad? No, so this is fine. I will hold the land. Okay, give me a hammer. Alright, so we can start by attacking. Oh, good, our opponent's salting off about not having lands. It's my favorite. So here, I think we do Needle. What are we naming is the question. It's either Mycosynth or Boseiju. I think I'm going to name this because we can't stop another amulet from coming down. Alright. Okay, so they sack their lands, I'm guessing. Yep, makes sense to me. Okay, that's a good one. That's like a hammer in 3 turns. Alright, play this, get my trigger, pass the turn. Maybe I was still supposed to name Aftermath Analyst. Rumble? Sure, sure. They chose Lumra, that makes sense. Giant Bear. And another one. Okay. They chose Shifting Woodland. Yep, hate that. Hate that so much. Okay. Planes, attack. I mean, yeah, we feel pretty toast here. Knowing what to name against Amulet's pretty rough. I think naming Mycosynth was pretty bad in retrospect. Probably should have named either Shifting or... Okay, that's fine. Weirdly, for once, I'm like, this is fine. The One Ring, okay, I can beat that. Put a counter on each green creature that entered this turn. Sure. Did I bring in the Soul Guide Lantern? We're going to find out here in a second. Perfect. What's up, Torben? Hey, appreciate you. Woo! All right, we got a raid. I got a boomer stream for y'all. We got we got some hammer time going on. We're post-board against Amulet. We played against an interesting Yawg build earlier. We do not have the Soul Guide Lantern, so we are gonna make a construct. What up, man? How you doing, man? All right, so against them, we have the One Needle. God, we're so dead. We're so dead. This One Ring card, huh? It was also me just punting, which is admittedly not a good plan. Appreciate the kind words, y'all. Appreciate the follows. Fortunately, I think we're about to get bodied, but you know, maybe magic will happen. They do have protection, which is why we're not just shoving. Weirdly, is it Vexing Bauble? There's no shot it's Vexing Bauble, right? If we get Vexing Bauble, it stops. Not a lot. Alright. Let's get a hammer. Hammer or Shadow Spear. They don't have an Amulet, which is a really big deal, so maybe that's the difference. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So many people. What's up, Anurag? Hope y'all enjoy a boomer stream. Yeah, let's get a hammer. Let's draw a card. Maybe it will be magic. Kind of magic. I'll take it. Put this here. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be like, I got nothing, opponent. Can you kill me? They probably can. And let's get... If we get Lava Spur Boots, that's pretty sick with the Stoneforge next turn, because we can just go, like, Stoneforge Cauldra. Oh, like, I would have grabbed the second Needle, but it's not in the deck right now. So, yeah, like, that's why I was like, oh, we didn't boarded either one of those pieces. I kind of like the boots, but I also kind of like just getting the hammer. So, yeah, I'll do that. Let's play that. Let's draw a card. Drawing cards is cool and based. Alright. And Paladin's like definitely dying basically no matter what we do, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Do we move this over here? Probably. Yeah. Opponent has protection, so that's why we're not attacking. I will probably be there basically no matter what. I'll be LCQing if I don't make it in. Hopefully I just actually run well this year. This year's been a little cold for me, but we're enjoying. We're taking the opportunity to improve through adversity, you know. But yeah, you can hit ! deck for the current list. Yep. Well, now I feel incredibly dead. Play patterns. Oh no. We're so dead. Appreciate it, Will. Should be fun. Maybe our opponent will brick forever. Oh wow, they found lands. I can't believe it. Oh, we're so toast. Alright, maybe we'll draw a card that is not in our deck. we did in fact draw cards that are exclusively in our deck. Let's do this. Maybe our opponent will punt. That could happen. Yeah. And I'm just going to get Spear here. Let's draw a card off the Paladin. Oh, hey! Thank you, Curse. I appreciate it. That's nice. I'm glad it's helping people. Sweet. I was worried we wouldn't hit a bad card, but I forgot our deck is bad cards. So let's do that. And we'll probably play out the drum anyway just to pump the constructs. And is there a world we just want a giant construct? I don't think so. I think we just pray that our opponent bricks. Exactly. See, you guys get it, right? There's no clear the one ring deck that is terrorizing Modern. It's because every deck is a one ring deck. That's just how it works. That's science. Thank you, man. It was a pleasure meeting you. Had a blast. Opponent, please. Certainly, there's nothing. I think they've definitely got to have Delirium, right? They have land, sorcery, artifact, instant. Okay, so they have the Delirium. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, Min's just like bribing people, which that'll get you everywhere in life. The fact that we're not dead means we're either very dead or very not dead. Is there a third one ring? Okay. I can defeat a Dryad. Okay. They've played out their lands. Oh my god, we're not dead. Y'all, we're not dead. I didn't think I'd get this far. What are we doing? I'm fully puckered. Okay. Yeah, sure. Chapter 2. Okay. What the hell? So how do we best divide this up? I think we're moving the hammers to these other things. The constructs are base 8/8s. Yeah, I would assume they have Besage. I assume, like, I don't know, we can't beat cards. So move the hammer here, move a hammer here, and then those are all lethal threats. This is still an 8/8, but we can make it a 9/9. Probably leave the Shadow Spear. Probably move the Shadow Spear to the Stoneforge. Okay, so these are 9s. So these are lethal on their own. And then we move hammer here, move hammer here. Probably move a spear to the Stoneforge. I'm not super worried about it. So we'll start by doing this. And we'll just pray. Probably here. Whatever. And then move this here. Doesn't matter. I don't think the 3 damage matters, like, at all. So I'm gonna pretend like it doesn't and just move this here. All right. They don't have protection, right? No, okay. Just making sure. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Is there a reason to attack with the Paladin? To send a message. That's the reason. Which is an acceptable reason, admittedly. Are y'all ready to get fogged? Because I'm ready to get fogged. Maybe Moment's Peace. Summoner's Pact. Okay. Colossal Sky Turtle, perhaps? Ooh, the Sky Turt. What can it bounce? It can bounce creatures or return a card from a graveyard to your hand. Okay. So, opponent's dead on board here, so I'm just going to not do anything. They're probably going to go get Force of Vigor back, would be my guesstimate. So the question is, do we Surge now? I don't think we do. I think we make them use the card. Because, like, I don't know. Whatever. Do the thing. Absolutely not. I guess it is better to do this, because then this will also have hexproof. Some would call it brave. Some would call it a terrible choice. I prefer somewhere in the middle. Did we do it? Did we make it through 2 rings? Please. That's exciting, if it worked. Game 3! Let's go! Okay, I think definitely the Needle. I don't hate the Soul Guide either. We have a lot of interaction. Dang, Min's just out here. I appreciate it, man. No, don't. Nightbot, don't delete that. Here, I'll drop it. Doggerino, I don't know if it's, I don't know why they didn't do that. I'm sure they had a reason. I don't know what it is. I'm going to trust that they played it correctly. What's up? Thank you, Kakarated. What do we cut here? Maybe the gift. What else? I think Vexing Bauble's great. We'd probably trim a drum, since we still need... I don't think I can cut more creatures. We just have, like, those. So, yeah, get these in here. Sure. Whatever. Send it. Oh, cool. Appreciate you. What we got? This hand doesn't do anything, so mulligan. This hand was great. Perfect. Appreciate you. All right. Keep and keep the Ornithopter. What do we bottom? I think we keep the Ornithopter because it is something to put a hammer on. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's go. Here's the... Oh, okay. Not an amulet. So you're saying there's a shot. You're saying there's a shot. Okay. Okay. We know they have forest in hand. Useful information. Alright, what do we got? Yawgmoth Nexus, that's not scary enough. I will, however, deploy Ornithopter because I'm very liable to just jam if we draw Golgari Mid. Because I'm not a coward. Sometimes. Yeah, I miss the MH2 meta. I feel like it was still evolving, but all good. All good. I'll block here. Alright, tapped fountain. And let's go. Alright. So I would rather not get blown out by a Force of Vigor, but I think we don't even want to play the Saga this turn anyway, right? Because I want to hold up Consign for the rest of the game. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, I actually had a build of this deck where I have the ring in it. It feels like a meme, but people voted on my Twitter to just play normal. Get out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to replicate this just in case. Because I don't know. I don't know what could happen. I also don't think my 3 life points matter. Or I guess 2 point. Yeah, 2 life points. I'm blocking. We're like, I'm not just gonna take that 0 damage. Okay. Yeah, so Saga. Alright, let's get a Cauldra. Yeah. Alright. I could attack back, but I think blocking the 0-3 with the 0-2 is too important. Yeah, it is funny. They're like, we'll support the archetypes that have fallen off. Like, oh, it's like, oh, Hammer and Scales like fell off a little bit, so we're putting Wrath of the Skies. Like, chill, guys, please. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. Wow. So I want to be able to hold up Consign and Surge, and we cannot do that if we put Cauldra or Construct into play. So I think I'm just gonna make a Construct and pass the turn. Yeah. So it's like we make a Construct, untap, make another Construct, and we still can't Cauldra. We can if we hit a land, but then we can't Consign. Yeah, let's just do the thing. I guess the benefit is this lets us hold up both through their turn, and then yeah, it is close. Okay. Yep, Titan. So we're going to counter this trigger. No to the trigger, I say. Okay. So I'm trying to think, like, if we draw a Paladin, then it doesn't really make a difference, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So what are we getting with the Saga is the other question. I think we might be getting a Vexing Bauble. Vexing Bauble seems pretty good. Yeah. I think it's probably Vexing Bauble. Vexing Bauble turns off Summoner's Pact, which is really big. Needle, I think there are too many things to needle at this point. So yeah, I'm just going to get a Vexing Bauble here, play out this. And I am just going to fetch now because it lets us hold up the Stoneforge activation. Question is, are we attacking? If we attack with the Construct, we can make it a 5/5, which is not big enough. We can play out the Hammer, but I think I'd rather get the Cauldra going. So we could put the Cauldra in, bash. They take 2 after blocking with the Grazer. I don't hate playing out the Hammer here either and attacking. Because now, if they do block, then we get to pump with the Yawgmoth. And if they don't block, then they just take 5. And we get to hold up Search. Note that they cannot force because we got this little toy here going. No free spells. No free spells allowed. Okay. And this does cover us through a Dryad, like a Dryad into Valakut line. Okay, let's see what they get. So we have 5 coming across for sure. That's at least 12 here. 12 plus 5. 17. That's pretty close. Obviously, we find a paladin or a paladin or a Forgeanu. We're in great shape. It is tempting to block here because we know they have Otawara in hand, but I think we could like block, animate, but then we get blown out by a hardcast Force of Vigor pretty brutally. So yeah, let's take 6 here. Cool. What up, follows? Appreciate it. Expedition map. Did you do this to me? Did you put this evil on me? Yeah, Surge. The old combat trick. Another Titan. Hate this. Don't like this at all. Okay. This is actually really interesting. I don't even know if we attack. What do we got? Yes, we know they have Otawara. I'm going to write this down. Note that they can turn the woodland. Okay, so they probably will also pick up the Boseiju. Okay. Paladin off the top certainly does the job, I think. Okay. Does it actually do the job? So we go Paladin, put in Kaldra, draw a card. These turn into 6/6s. We put both Kaldra and the hammer on a construct. That turns the construct into fucking huge. Okay, yeah, sorry, we gotta think about this one. I didn't think I'd actually draw the Paladin. We gotta believe that. Okay, so we Paladin, activate, put in the Kaldra. We could also rip a land, which would be huge. Move Kaldra and the hammer to a construct. That turns the construct into a 11, a 21. I mean, I'm doing it. I didn't come here to not do this. If we animate the Yawgmoth, move the hammer to it. 6. We're 1 shy of them dying without blocking. So yeah, I mean, I'll do this here first. Let's activate this, put this in. Hopefully we just draw a land. Glad I didn't misclick through that. That'd be awkward. Oh man, 1 mana would have been so good. Okay, so we can also move the Kaldra here, right? Then they can just freely block. What if we move the Kaldra here? Move the Kaldra here. Attack. This does force them to... Actually, hold up. What if we move this here? If we move this here, move this here. That's more damage anyway. So we attack with all 4. They have to block here, and they have to block here. They don't die, but we probably do on the backswing, so that's not what we're doing. I want at least 2 blockers back. So do that. Do that. 21. That forces both to block. Yeah, I think this is correct. Okay. Yeah, if we had a land, obviously the game's super duper over, but that just happens sometimes. All right. 21. So they take... you're dead. Oh, cool. Yeah. Right? 21 minus 6. GG's. I'm really bad at basic math. Yeah, I'll apply 6 damage. Wow. We didn't even draw the land. Let's see what we drew. Oh, cool. One more. All right. That was crazy. 21, baby. How do I wish I knew how... I don't know how Nightbot works. But I wish it would not just cancel things or delete comments that were all caps. I'm glad that was the one people rated, because that was sick. I don't know why I thought they wouldn't deal more damage. GG, man. Yeah, I was just like, all right, I think a paladin off the top does it, and we ripped the paladin, and it was like, oh shit, I didn't know I'd have to do the math now. We just started moving shit around. No hype allowed. Only very measured, disgruntled responses. But seriously, how do I get this? All right, whatever. We're on the draw. Why would we do that? Losing a die roll? Bad plan. This hand. 7 cards. If this hand had an equipper, obviously an easy keep, but it doesn't. So this is what I would call a trap. And this hand is what I would call dog shit, but 4, whatever. Okay, yeah. It's great. So I think we're bottoming these 3. Certainly, yeah, I think just those 3. Seems fine. All right. Yeah, the Lotus list is nuts. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about the play pattern. We're playing against Rack. I think we're playing against Rack. It's the only thing that makes any sense to me. Alright, that was pretty good. Swamp Lava Spur Boots. Swamp Lava Spur Boots. Very rude. The good news, probably fine either way. They take the Stoneforge 100%. Because I can't cast the Paladin. If they take the Paladin, I'm going to be ecstatic. They did not. Smart. Do they have 1 land? Opponent. Might as well be. Deal. Okay. Let's go. Okay. And now we will draw a hammer. Just a natural hammer into a natural second hammer. Because then we'll attack for 22. What do we got? Wooded Foothills, okay. What are we playing against? There's no Gigantha, so I don't think it's Jund. But I'm so confused. Are they going to be like, Tarmogoyf, equip boots? Swamp Bajuka Bog. Alright. Well, I'm God. Sure, I'll block. Okay, smart. Alright, equipment off the top. I will take that one. That one I will take. Okay. And we're gonna take a couple chunks of damage here, but It's all good. Yeah, like there's no Gigantha either, which is really weird because if you're playing Jund, you have to be obsessed with value. And how can you throw away a free 8th card? if you want to give me money, go through the Patreon. That's how I'd recommend it. I don't even know. I haven't looked into monetizing Twitch at all. I just do it for you know, hopefully people enjoy. Deal. That one's cool. I'm fine with that. Yeah, just... Wow. Very rude. Okay. Yeah, I mean, might as well. Might as well get the Shockland out of the deck, I guess. Okay. An equipment off the top, please. Okay, whatever. We're just gonna do this. Because... Yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to get Thoughtseized. Question is, are we blocking? I think the answer is yes. Block with the Paladin, protect. If they kill it, it's fine. Yep, block. Kill the Paladin's fine. Because we need to, like, get the removal spell out of their hand anyway. Black-green. Go for the throat. Sure. I guess it's not killing an Yawgmoth. Yeah, I think this is just black-green cards. Alright, give me a hammer, please. I'll take it. I'll take it. Ooh. And since I don't think they have red, I will just take this shot here. And then we can grind him out with Urza Saga, maybe? Nethergoyf, okay. Sure. I still think okay, well... There's an artifact. Okay, I was like, wait. Yeah, okay. This is 6. That's 11, so we go to 2, so not even a Bowmaster off the top kills us. Okay. Okay. That's actually a really nice draw. No attack. So yeah, now we can animate or we can make a construct, put a Shadow Spear on it. It turns into a 3. And if they cast a discard spell, then we're covered there too. We might pull it out on our mold of 4. We'll see. Opponent's got like 1 draw step. Let's go. Thank goodness they're playing Go for the Throat. I know that it kills Murktide. It's just very funny in your Yawgmoth Nexus Urza Saga deck. Okay. Yep. Sure. Okay, so they attack. Definitely animating. Or making a construct. We can also animate Yawgmoth. Yeah, we're like super live. Animate Yawgmoth with that block. So we block all 3. And then we protect the Yawgmoth. Yeah. Make sure, like, yeah, I was like, this has been in play for many turns. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they have land removal spells, the last 2 cards in their hand, okay. But I don't think that's the case. Block that. I guess cancel. I guess if that's the case, we want to put the Yawgmoth on their black creatures. Okay, so block like that. Can we actually... We can block there. Flash in the Shadow Spear. Flash in the Shadow Spear, put it here. We gain 3, go to 2. Yeah, I think this is what we do right here. Yeah, put that there. Oh, it's 4. Never mind. Shoot, we're super golden. Yes. There are probably multiple ways to end this game, but this is the way I'm going. Let's go! Multiple 4 against Jund adjacent. Sanctifier is always a card I'm torn on because it's really bad against Tarmogoyf, but it does seem good against the rest of their deck. So let's go. Surge is good because they are playing black cards that target things. And then I think that's about it. I don't think we care too much about anything else. Vexing Bauble is a consideration. Soul Guide Lantern is actually also a legitimate consideration because nuking a yard can matter quite a bit. I think we probably keep the Needle because they're playing weird cards. So it probably tags something. Spell Pierce I think is okay, but not great. I think we can trim the Gift. And probably a Drum. I think this is all quite fine. That was sick. I miss doing this. I don't know. Went on all 4. That's pretty sweet. We get to keep 3 more cards this time. Gas. Note that I will play the Giver out here first because I don't want them to just Bowmaster the Sentinel for free. Deal. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. Bye, Forgeanu. Okay. Maybe if I move it, give him the little shifty eyes, will be good. Electro Balance. Jeez, that is a blast from the past. I guarantee you'll be the only person with Electro Balance in the room. It's like a quote unquote snap keep because it's 7 cards and it had all the pieces we were looking for, so it's not not too crazy. I don't want to get blown out by a Bowmussy, so and we will simply draw a Sigarda's Aid or a Paladin. I'll take a Stoneforge too. I'm not even gonna be that picky. Sure, Tarmogoyf. You got it. That's a really good card. And they've played a Boseiju? Yeah. Let's do the thing. I think I do play this out. I think it's worth pumping up the constructs since our mana is going to be tied up for the next couple turns. Yeah, the Saga is very much a piece of candy. Okay, what do we got? I will take 3. This is easy, no block. I didn't block the Arboreal Grazer before. I'm not going to block a Tarmogoyf now. There's a 3 on that card, no blocks. Pick my poison. Okay, well, I'm glad I played the artifact now. Oh, I'm sure doing enchantments. Yeah, okay. Sure. All right. Maybe we'll draw another one. That's a really good card. I think I am going to run this out. In any world, are we blocking? I think no is the answer, because we also know they aren't like a Ragavan gamer. So yeah, do that. Yeah, like I have considered putting one Surveil land in the deck, but it is so backbreaking when you draw it. When you naturally draw it, it is so rough. That's just like, no. Okay. How incredibly rude. Not cool, dude. Alright, I hope we draw a Paladin. That's some bully nonsense. Alright, whatever. Boop. No, I mean, we hold it. Is there any world we're blocking? There we go, DBZ. You get the combo. I think they just have like Bowmasters in their hand. Yeah, so that means we're attacking. So rude. I was thinking like, oh, well, we want the drum in case we draw a Paladin, but the drum's fine if we draw a Paladin. Yep, I'll take 3. We'll draw a Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear, Stoneforge Mystic. A lot of good ones here. Okay. That's a good one. Are they dead? They are dead. If they have force, so be it. Green. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's all the words I know. That's very exciting. We're back. What's up? All right. Got one more. We can take a look at the deck. Not anything too crazy. Got Sanctifiers, got Sun Cleansers, Surges, a lot of Consigns, Consigns Gas. Fortune, you could play 1. I'm just vibing. Playing 2 seems fine, especially since your opponent draws the Thoughtseize to take it out right on time. Yeah, let's see if we can do the 4-1. I'll take it. I'll take it. Need to learn how to tweak Nightbot's automatic spam protection. Excess caps, disable. Boom. There we go. Sure. Yeah. There we go. That should help. Turns out I just had to look. This hand would be really good if we had a hammer. So, we're gonna mulligan. This hand is closer, but still kind of trash. This hand, I mean, I'm gonna keep. Hope we rip a land. Bottom, hammer, and boots? Probably boots. Boots or spear. I think boots is just like generically the better card. So, yeah, we'll move the spear. I'm glad, Madman. I'm glad you're enjoying. Oh boy. This looks like a Spike Brew. Every time I see a Utopia Sprawl, I'm like, this is some Spike energy. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm not worried about my life total, so let's go do this. Yeah, a colored source off the top would be sick. Because then we have a real shot at just killing them. Not like a good shot, but like a real shot. Because then we can go Paladin into Yawgmoth, Hammer, draw a card, Spur Boots, draw a card. Oh, this could just be an Eldrazi shell, which I'm fine with that. Yep, Eldrazi shell. Alright. Rumble. Oh boy. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, okay. So they probably take the Myco spawn here. Yeah, now I need specifically a colored land deck. What did they take? They did choose the Myco spawn. Don't like that. Okay. That's not great. Yeah. There's no world in which they're not just Myco spawning me, so yeah, whatever. I'll attack. Oop. Yeah, the good news is we have 4 Consigned to Memory in the sideboard, which is very good in the matchup. Yeah, so they play Myco Spawn. Maybe they're scared of Yawgmoth, but they should take that, unfortunately. Oh boy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Maybe they will play a Devourer instead. They are not doing that. We're so dead. What do they hit? Yeah. Okay, so we'll see what we draw. If I can draw like a white source into another white source, I'll keep playing. But okay. I said I'd keep playing. I'm a man of my word. I guess we can put this here. It's fine. And I don't think we hold the hammer. I think we just play it. And so now a drum is also very, very good. God, we're so dead. Oh, they found the ring. Yeah, pretty toast. Shockingly, they chose the ring. Okay, well, we beat Amulet with back-to-back rings before. So maybe magic will happen. That was nice of them to play it so we didn't have to think and remember stuff. Okay, so I don't have another Myco spawn right now. I'll decline to block. Bold, I know. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this there. Put this here. Okay. Well, if we get a turn, we're very, very likely to win the game. So I don't think we can ask for much more. My face kind of gives a lot away, huh? Note that we really don't want them to have a reach creature, but because obviously giving pro colorless not ideal. For those not in the know, if you give pro colorless, the equipment fall off because they are colorless. Alright. Let's see. Well, you have stuff. I don't like that. Thought not here? No, it's a K return, or K command. Emrakul, the Promised End. Yeah. Alright, well. Could beat this. Probably won't, but we could. Okay. And my opponent won't know what cards do. Okay. Yawgmoth. So they need to kill the paladin. Oh. I mean, the paladin can trade with the Emrakul, I guess. I feel like they could have moved the hammer to the giver. I guess you don't really want to do that. Well, what you do probably is you animate the Yawgmoth, move all the equipment to the Yawgmoth. What? Oh yeah, I guess they can still block, but... Oh, this is a really weird way to do this, but okay. Okay. Maybe we just draw another paladin off the top. That'd be gas. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. This doesn't have trample, right? Yeah, just... Alright. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Looking less good than before. It is awkward, because they might not be able to attack. Yeah, obviously this is match where Giver is not great. Because pro colorless is not really something you want to do. Okay. So they can... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 potentially. Yeah, so they can very easily put World Breaker into hand and then cast it. Ooh. Okay. Sure. I don't know. I don't feel like that does a lot, but... Okay. Yep. If they play another ring, I'm definitely gonna scoop. But if they don't, you're saying we got a shot. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I will. I think we just take the hit. Yeah. Because it does not matter. Okay. I'm curious why they're doing all this post-combat. Okay, return. Alright. We can... Well, maybe they'll tap out. It's close. Yeah, what are we tagging? Let's help inform my decision. Yep, alright. Concede from there, because we do not have any draws that get us out of it. Okay, I don't know if we had them before, but we definitely don't now. Okay, so consign definitely. Probably the needle for the ring as well. Maybe Surge. What don't we want? We don't want the Givers. The Givers are super bad. Spell Pierce, I think because we're bringing in the Consigns, I don't want the Pierces as well. I don't mind some number of Surges. Maybe we don't need Second Needle. I believe that. I don't think this matchup's really about Esper Sentinel either. I think I'm fine just having a couple Surges in here. Sure, as a treat. All right. I mean, I'm keeping this hand because if we do manage to draw a 0-drop or a 1-drop, obviously we only have like 2 1-drops, or a land, this hand's insane. Yeah, I don't like. And I am just gonna run out the drum on 1. Boop, boop, boop. Yep. Because this turns on our 1-drops and our 0-drops, obviously. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. And I am going to get second blue source here. Okay. Just going to hold up the consign. I will counter whatever they play, basically. Okay, just nothing. Love that. I'm ready. I'm ready. No. Absolutely not. It's very rude. I think I'm just going to hammer here. Just like play hammer, draw a card off of Paladin. Yeah, because we ain't attacking. It's not a bad one. Yeah, so now we can go Shadow Spear, equip both, attack for 13, and that's like the minimum of what's going on. And we have the second consign up. Yeah, that's fine. This card, real good. Real good. Oh, crap, they got a Kozilek's Return? Ooh, maybe they'll cast it. That'd be sick. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Get out. Out, 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 out. Okay, well now I'll probably go Stoneforge, grab a hammer, and you die. That seems better. Boop. Okay, let's go. I don't think we want to change anything. I think the Esper Sentinels are still pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think we want to change anything. We might want a Surge over the Gift. I could see that. Sure, why not? Surge countering an Emrakul is really nice. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm keeping this. Question is how we're going to sequence, and part of that relies on like what we see in our first draw step. I would honestly really just like a drum, probably. That was a really nice draw. This hand's not like unbeatable, but it's pretty good. Just Forest go. Love that. like getting the 8 out could be really nice. Get that, of course, because consigned memory. Yeah, we'll get that. What you got for me, opponent? It's nice that we have the Surge to protect against a potential like K command. Yep, pretty powerful. Okay, nothing. So maybe they have like a Thought-Knot Seer here. Okay, well, I think that means I'm going to play the Boots here. Makes an Ornithopter draw real nutty. Guess I could have just passed because the Lava Spur Boots have haste or have flash, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I wouldn't be surprised if the plan was like sowing Myco Spawn, sowing Moko Spawn. Hell yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, but we get to protect our land with Surge, which is also very nice. Yeah, obviously playing the Boots was really bad there. All right, okay, that's fine. Sure. Okay. Like, we can beat the Ring out of this deck. 2 or 3 of them, probably not. But 1? Yeah. Okay. So, let's get another Hollowed Fountain. No reason to shock. That's a really good draw. I'll take that one. And I will play a Pithing Needle. The One Ring. Easy peasy One Ring. Okay, and since they have protection from everything, I will decline to attack them. Okay, They do take 1 from it, though, so that's pretty cool. All right, what you got? If we hit a land, that would be really good too. One concern I have is they could hold up Kozilek's Return, because that is an instant speed way to kill the Paladin. So we kind of want to hold up the hammer in response. Okay. Smells like a K return to me. Green, red. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we just like Paladin, equip Boots. Whack. And now I'm doing this because we can still hold up the hammer in response to a K return, but this also just gets some pressure down without overcommitting, because of course if we draw any creature off the top, we can haste the creature and flash in the hammer, so every creature is spooky. Sowing Myco Spawn, you say? I am going to say no. Let's see, actually. So I think we protect the land here. Like, it's tough though because they do get the land regardless. Yeah, I think we still protect the land here. Okay, that does not cast Kozilek's command or Kozilek's return, which is good. All right, I would like. Okay, that one does, but I guess. Okay, so they have Kozilek's return. Got it. Shadow Spear would be an absolutely sick draw here. Stoneforge would be a sick draw for the same reason. I'm just going to do it now. That makes sense. That is a good one. Okay. Let's get a hammer. Yeah. Yeah. They have to block this or they die. Okay. Yep, let's do this. Yep. All right. Now they go to 12. Obviously, yeah, so they would have taken 12 down to 1, and then they die to the 1 ring. This only gives trample, right? Okay, no haste. Okay, what you got, opponent? Yeah. All right, put World Breaker into hand, cast the World Breaker. Oh, they do get to kill they get to exile the hammer, and then they do 5. Okay, that's fine. Because any creature, once again, still very good. Yep, all checks out. I don't think we do it. Because I don't really want them bringing this thing back. They kind of have to attack at a certain point, right? Plus, if we draw any sort of protection effect, that's huge. Yeah. All right, so yeah, now we can animate, equip. So yeah, any sort of protection effect is insane here. They still can't activate the ring, which means they're taking damage. Yep. I guess they do have the ability. Oh, shit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's +5/+5. Okay, that's fine. Or 5 +5/+0. I found another World Breaker. How rude. And here comes World Breaker. Okay. What do we need here? Stoneforge Mystic would be sick. I wonder if they take the... Okay, deal. Also makes sense. So take 5 here. So what do we need? Honestly, we want a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. So we Paladin. And I think we hammer first to draw a card. So the reason you would want Nettlecyst over Cauldra is if you are less concerned with like destruction effects or shatter effects or disenchants, and more concerned with just having a 3-drop body to play. I think the payoff, like the ceiling of Cauldra is so high that I think it makes a lot of sense to it makes sense to deploy in that spot. I don't think the meta is in a spot where like a Nettlecyst is that powerful. Okay, so we can go Paladin, Hammer, draw a card, equip, forces the block. I think we do that because we need to hopefully find something good. Yep. All right. Oop. That's not a bad one. Yes, we will do that. Yep. This is awkward. I think I'm still doing this regardless, and then just not attacking. Yeah, because they just block with the spawn. Obviously, Shadow Spear, big game here, but we don't have a Shadow Spear, so we will not attack. The Surge could be big here, especially if they go for like a... but we're probably dead, because they can just pump with the Wolf Run. Unfortunate. Pretty close. Well played by the opponent. Unfortunately, game 1, draws did not line up very well at all, but what you gonna do? Okay. Yep. That's free. So if we had... Now we're still like dead to the Wolf Run. Interesting. Okay. So you're saying there's a shot. Yeah, you know, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, they just attack with both, pump 1, and then we die? But it doesn't look like they're doing that, so I'll take it. It could just be all his dust, too. Which, yeah, looks like what it is. Oh, it's not. Okay, sick. Bless. Okay. Darthok, I might be down for that. Okay, yeah, if they also have the K return or K command. So, oh, but they can't. Well, they can pay the ward if they think about the Eldrazi spawn. We'll see. We could have died here. Yep. Board. Alright. GG's. Damn. We needed like one more draw step and we were good. Okay, cool. So, thoughts. Honestly, with these should probably be in over the Spell Pierces, but I think we played some... There were definitely some weird matchups we played, and that's okay. I think this is about where I'd be right now. I might tweak the numbers a little bit, but yeah, this is about where I'd be. Vexing Bauble I think is very good. Extra copy of Needle is very good. I like having a Needle in the main right now because there's so many ring decks. I think you want one piece of Grave Hate, and I think Soul Guide Lantern serves that role best right now because it tags something on the way in, and then it also can just tag stuff on the way out. Sanctifiers I'm not super sold on, but I do like them as anti-Storm Hate. I think that about covers it. Deck honestly doesn't feel bad. We didn't play against energy, I think, at all, unfortunately. But we did manage almost a 4-1. That was a close set, and we did win on a mull 2-4, so can't complain too much, right?